Hey guys, this is the Disney Dude, and today I am back with another Disney review. And so, back on Tuesday when I made a video about the Fox deal, I said that I would probably make a review on the Enchanted Tiki Room today because in honor of the 55th anniversary of the Enchanted Tiki Room, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to give you a bit of history too. So, first of all, the idea for the Enchanted Tiki Room came when Walt Disney was on a vacation in New Orleans, and he stopped in a like a little gift shop, and he saw a little mechanical bird. It wasn't an animatronic, but it was like one of those metal kind of music box things, but it was in the shape of a bird, and it was like moving its wings and whatever. So he bought it, and then he sent it to his Imagineers saying, "Build this, Walt." And that is literally what he said. He sent it in a package, and that's all it said on the card was, "Build this, Walt." And I always kind of liked that because that just showed how simple he was, how simple Walt Disney was, and I also just really like that. I personally think it's kind of funny, but yeah. And also, the Enchanted Tiki Room was originally going to be a dinner show, but Walt realized that it couldn't fill capacity. It couldn't get enough people in every hour because, well, there's people sitting and eating in a dinner restaurant or a dinner show. So they scrapped that and they went with the 15-minute show that he called the Enchanted Tiki Room. And so now onto the review part. The Enchanted Tiki Room is a big room with birds singing songs and I wouldn't say dancing, but they're flapping their wings and talking, and it's really cool. It was actually the first attraction. I don't know if this is ever, but it might be in the history of the world. The Enchanted Tiki Room might just be the first attraction in the world to ever have a fully animatronic cast. But it was definitely the first animatronic cast at Disney World, or at the Disney parks, which there was only one at the time, Disneyland. So the Enchanted Tiki Room, all the birds wake up and they're singing the songs and whatever. And then there's also Tiki gods, and they're also singing as well. It's a really weird concept when on paper, but when it all comes to life in the show, it's really worth it. And it's really a good idea too. Some people might say that it's really outdated, like the music and the jokes, but I personally think that that's what makes the show fun and cute and very, what's the word? Quirky. Because the jokes and songs are very old, 1950s, wait, no, 60s, I'm sorry, it's just really old styled music and jokes, and I really like it because I personally like older things, like older music and older sayings and stuff. So I personally relate to that a bit, but a lot of people might think that it's outdated and that, or some people might even say that it should be taken away. But what people don't understand is that this is the Enchanted Tiki Room was one of, if not Walt's favorite attraction, and for people to want to change that, it just makes me really mad, because then you're just altering something that was made by the man himself. And I just really think that's disrespectful to Walt, and his legacy. Now, Disney did try to update it back in the 90s. I don't remember the exact year, but they tried to put Iago from Aladdin, Jafar's sidekick, and Zazu, Mufasa's secretary in The Lion King, and the storyline is that they're the new owners, and all the birds are freaking out. Iago wakes up the Tiki gods and makes them mad, and he just like gets really injured. But even though I personally don't think that things should be changed, especially things that were made by Walt. That was a really good update, and I'm completely fine with it. They updated the music and everything, but it was mostly a very good update. I'm mostly a Disney traditionalist, and I really don't like when Disney alters Disney classics such as the Enchanted Tiki Room, or the Country Bear Jamboree, or the Carousel of Progress, that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, it's just really fun and quirky, and if you don't ever get to it at the Magic Kingdom, the next time you go to the Magic Kingdom at Disney World, take the time and go in and take a listen to the birds, I guess. I mean, they're not really birds, but you know what I mean. But it's just a really good take, and you're just taking in the legacy of Walt Disney. Now, I understand that things need to be changed every once in a while, but not that. If it stayed like that for the rest of its existence, it would be completely fine. Same with all the other continuous running shows, such as I just said the list earlier, but yeah, if you haven't ever seen it, go and take a look at it. It's really good. Um, even though it was made in the 60s. But if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe. If you have seen the show, comment and tell me what you thought of it. Or tell me if you want to see it, if it sounds interesting from what you've heard from my review. And yeah, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next week. Bye.